Okay, guys, today we're going to look at some role-based or user role-based conditions in Bricks Builder, a built-in user role condition, and then a custom one, which just makes it easier if you're doing a lot. For example, if you're creating a platform where you've got employers and employees or members and non-members or different types of roles, and you want mixed content on those pages, you want to keep it really, really simple so that it's obvious, English readable conditions that make it maintainable going forward, and also that you can actually alter those conditions if you wish to. So I'm going to show you firstly how you would do this with Bricks with the built-in conditions, and then how you can create custom conditions. And firstly, we're just going to go to a section with no conditions on it. I'm going to go into our conditions, add a condition, and we're going to use the user role condition. And we're going to say it has to be an administrator, or I've got two roles I've added, say a employer. Now that's going to show that content only if you're an administrator and an employer. Now you need to remember each time that you need to add your administrator, otherwise admins are not going to see the content. Okay, employers will, but admins won't. So you need both if you want both admins and employers to see the content that is being restricted by this condition. So I think a better way of doing this is to actually create a custom role which includes admins and employers, and then a custom role that includes admins and employees. So what we've done here, if we have a look at this section up here, this is the employee content. If we have a look at the condition for that, we have a custom condition here which says user is admin or employee. And all we have to do is change this between is and is not. So that's saying it's true if this user is an admin or employee, or we can say is not, which means it's true if the employer is not an admin or employee. So we can decide either way whether to display this content or not. So really super simple, right? Now on the second one, we're looking at employer content. So what we want to do here is say we want to show this content if the user is an admin or employer. Okay. Now this can get really complex. Like if you've got different types of members or different types of packages and things like that, that you're using a role-based, control for that, you might have sort of example package for members, and there might be 3 member types, and you want to show this content to 2 of those member types, but not the other one. I would say the easiest way to do that, if you're going to do a lot of it, is create a custom role and then make it English readable so that you don't have to add multiple roles for every time you want to change that. And let's say for sample down the track, you want to add a different membership role to all of those content that has been displayed. Instead of having to go back to every single condition and adding that extra member type, you just add it to your custom member type. So it's a single point of truth. So how we do that, Bricks makes it really, really easy to do this. So I've basically done this using a dynamic method. So where I'm creating an array of the role conditions that I want. So my first one is, and we've got to have a unique key for each of these. And then my label for my first one is user is an admin or employee, and these are the roles that they have to meet. Okay. Next one is user is admin or employer, and these are the roles that it's going to check against. Let's say I want to add a third one. I'm going to just copy that array element there, and let's say we just want this to be just employers, or let's say member. Let's call this a member. Is admin or member. Okay, and we're just going to change that to member. I don't have a member role. And we're going to call this a member. I'll call this level 1. So we only want this to member level 1. Okay. Let's say we end up deciding we got member level 2 as a role for our memberships, or whatever slug that is. We're going to add member level 2 to there. We don't have to go to every single condition and go, actually, I want member level 2s to see that as well. Okay. Or let's actually make that more sense. Or a pro member. And maybe you've got 2 different pro member plans, or a pro member. Okay, so two pro members are a member level 1 and member level 2. We just add those there, hit the save, go back to our bricks here. I'm just going to refresh so we get that. Go into the section here. Now we want to add a condition. Add that condition that's under here, and it is is an admin or a pro member. So we're saying it has to be an admin or a pro member, or we don't want to show this content to admin or pro member. So you can see the benefit of not having to just keep adding roles here, and every time you use that condition, having to go back and update every single one of those conditions to add the extra members or remove members or whatever. You just simply go back to your array here and you say, okay, I want to remove member level 2 because I don't want them to be part of this condition anymore. Done. It's done across the entire website. So that is the way I would manage doing custom conditions so that you can be consistent in how you apply roles, etc., rather than just using the bricks one. Now, of course, if you just want to use a couple, you just want to get one block, and you want to just decide that this is for subscribers or this is for administrators or whatever, just use the built-in bricks one. But if you want to build out a system where there's a lot of conditions based on roles, this makes more sense to me. Okay, I'm going to stop this here.